RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show.
All right, this is the Mr. Nailsin Show. I'm joined once again with Pat Dixon to discuss some crazy bitches because someone has to. Woman sentenced for killing dismembering man because she allegedly believed he was a sex offender.
Oh, damn, when do we get into the crazy bitches?
This is the crazy bitch. Here's her mugshot. It's not in the article, but here she is.
I like the way they have that position. It does look like a conjoined twin situation.
Right. Usually, yeah, they'll add the line between the two.
Not this one. It's like
I didn't do it. She did it.
They're all two-headed monsters when you get down to it.
Yeah. Which one's Jekyll? Which one's Hyde?
You know what's funny is that I guarantee you she smokes, and I know exactly what the inside of her purse smells like. Seen that woman around. She's got one of those bags that she can just throw, you know, like 20 feet across the room onto the bed.
Jury convicted Decca Simmons on first-degree murder of Daximo Saja, as well as tampering with physical evidence, tampering with a deceased human body, and sentencing enhancers of violent crime with a weapon and violent crime causing death. She subsequently received a life sentence in prison without the possibility of parole.
Tampering with that deceased body, do they?
Yes. I don't know.
It's the tampering with the living body that they really, you know, that's the most of the sentence.
I would think that's the more serious charge, you know, when she killed him. But then she had to dismember him because, well, it's hard to fit all that into a bag, I guess.
Yeah, you know, evidence and everything.
Right.
With a violent crime with a weapon. Well, how did she kill him now?
I think she shot him.
Oh.
Let's see here. Police responded to an anonymous report of possible human remains inside a bag in a drainage culvert. Authorities collected the remains and submitted them for an autopsy, and several days later, the coroner positively identified the victim as Saja. Prosecutors said during the Simmons fatally shot Saja in a garage because she believed he was a sex offender and allegedly had a relationship with a 17-year-old girl when he was 25. Prosecutors alleged that Simmons worried her daughter was a victim of sex trafficking, and she has an unrestrained hatred for anyone who would molest a child. Well, you know, I can understand that.
Join the fucking club, bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty much everybody, lady.
You don't get to just shoot him in cold blood, you know, based on your suspicions.
However, prosecutor Sharon Flannery reportedly described it as a fixation and paranoia. So I was wondering, did she just say the guy looks like a sex offender?
I think she was fucking him.
Yeah, something was going on, so I had to find more to it, and this other article had a little more details.
Yeah.
So apparently he had been charged, and it says here he was a registered sex offender. So he was a sex offender. And so this business with a 17-year-old girl when he was 25.
Shit, that makes you a registered sex offender in Colorado?
Yeah.
Holy shit. 17 is legal as can be in New York City.
Yeah,
and
but I
other
guess
states.
It says relationship with the 17-year-old in California.
There you go.
I don't know what their age of consent is, but they're pretty wide open on everything else. I mean, you know, you can mutilate kids and everything. All that. But
well, he's 48 when she killed him.
Right. This has happened when he was 25. I don't know. I guess he still has to register, and she found out about that and decided to kill him. It doesn't go into whether or not they were fucking, which would also add a little extra here.
Well,
that she just uses this as an excuse, you know.
It could go either. I thought that, of course, they're together. That's how they found her.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, what about this dude that you were with? You know, like they always.
Right. Yeah, you're the girlfriend. We found his parts in a garage. Here's your boyfriend. What happened here?
What's it? Fears that her daughter was a victim of sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Was a victim of it. Her daughter ran away from home, probably.
Yeah.
How old is the girl? 17? No, the girl was 7. How old is her daughter?
I don't think it says.
She's a full-grown adult and just said, fuck, my mom is crazy.
Yeah, mom is nuts.
Sex trafficking. My mom was kidnapped.
Let's see. The verdict was read. I don't care about the judge. Sage's parents, Kitty and Beryl Joseph, they killed my son, and what he did, hey, that was a long time ago. And,
yeah. It says that there were 10 women on the jury.
Yes. 10 women, 2 men.
Apparently women can be pretty fucking catty on a jury sometimes.
Oh, yes.
The right type. They're not going to be, well, she was just trying to say it. And they're like, fuck her.
Yeah. They don't like her. So they went all mean girl on this bitch.
Yeah. Guys, she's guilty.
There were more details. Okay. At a hearing in 2022, Simmons was accused by prosecutors of being a suspect in other potential homicides. So she might be a serial killer here, including the disappearance of Santino Tino Cardella. One detective testified during the hearing that a confidential police informant claimed Simmons had killed at least 3 other people besides Seja.
Damn.
So she's just killing all over the place.
No wonder she showed no emotion when they read the fucking verdict. I mean,
Yeah, this is no big deal to her.
about time. I've been killing all kinds of people.
Yeah, what took you so long? Simmons had not been charged in relation to Cardella's disappearance or any homicides other than Seja, so they haven't proved it yet, but it's looking likely. When asked about potential further charges against Simmons, whoever Vayman is, stated the investigation is ongoing, but she couldn't comment further. Simmons does have, however, face 4 open criminal cases in El Paso County, 2 cases that predate the homicide, in which she is accused of felony menacing and aggravated robbery, in 2023 case in which she is accused of witness tampering and intimidation, and a 2019 assault case in which she is accused of probation violation. So she's a career criminal. Was this really about a sex offender? I doubt it. And does she really give a shit about her daughter? I don't think so.
She's just pissed that she lost.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Wait
a second. So previously reported she had an extensive criminal history in Colorado before her arrest for this guy's death, including a conviction in 2003 on accessory to murder.
Right.
For involvement in shooting Donna Alberto, former inmate with her in El Paso. She came and killed somebody she was in with.
Yeah.
12 years for her involvement. I mean, she must have just given everything up, maybe, or something, got a reduced sentence. So this is no spring chicken.
No. This is not some... Oh, she's just so worried about the evils of sex offenders. She just has a thing for murder, That's her thing.
Is Donna Alberto one of those? Is she a sex Alvito, whatever? Is she a
No, I think she was someone she was in prison with.
Right, So. Fucking,
bitch, you dissing me? And that was the end.
Ate half her oatmeal or something.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Jailhouse bullshit. Well, this is good. Glad she's gone.
Yeah.
I wonder if is she single?
I'm probably. And you can probably get her address pretty easy. She'll talk to you.
Do a pen pal thing.
Right.
Crazy women that get locked up. It's funny. They don't get the same kind of marriage proposals and shit that a Ted Bundy gets. Well,
I've got a story at the end here.
Oh.
That we'll get into. Where apparently this does happen on the other side. It's more frequent with women. They all fall in love with serial killers and all that. But on occasion, some men do this stupid shit too.
They can work their magic even at a distance, I guess.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Chicago, a woman has been sentenced for killing her landlord. Kill my landlord. Leaving dismembered remains in the freezer. So, boy, we do like to cut them up. And this is the landlord, not the killer. That would have been an amazing feat for this old bro.
You think that chick got her deposit back?
Okay. Judge sentence.
But wait, the landlord does have her picture taken while holding a small dog. So, you know, I'm withholding judgment on this.
Judge sentenced Sandra Koalu to 58 years behind bars with the death of her landlord, Francis Walker. She received 50 years for first-degree murder, 6 for dismemberment, and 2 years for identity theft. Her attorneys are going to appeal her sentence. Here's her picture.
What the fuck happened to her?
I don't know.
Head injury or something?
A sore tooth? I don't know.
She just got out of the vet.
She looks like, I don't know, one of the characters from Willy Wonka or something. I don't know what kind of headdress is that. I don't know if she's in one of those weird cults.
Bitch thinks she's Erica Badu.
Let's see here. The tenants who lived in Walker's residence became worried because they had not seen her in over a day. They reportedly heard screaming at around 2:30 a.m., but didn't do anything about it.
What a fucking bunch of nice tenants. We haven't seen her landlord all day.
Not since we heard her screaming. So they reported Walker missing after not having any contact with her. The detective Denny said residents were afraid of Koalu. Well, look at her. That weird hat she's wearing.
Yeah, I thought she might have been some kind of Hawaiian or something, but this is something deeper than that.
And police had received calls from tenants about her in the past. When Chicago police officers went to the residence at Washington Avenue, they reportedly saw Koalu getting into a tow truck, which she ordered using Walker's credit card. Koalu reportedly told the tow truck driver to take her to Foster Beach, but before they left, tenants exchanged information with the driver and told him they believed Koalu was dangerous.
What, do they use tow trucks like other people use Uber?
Yeah, apparently.
Called a tow truck to take her to
take me to the beach.
What kind of shit is that?
I don't know.
This bitch is crazy.
It's like, do you have anything to haul? What? Bitch, I need a ride to the beach.
Come on now. You don't even have to tow nothing. Just
you ain't that big.
What the fuck is that? That's so weird.
I don't know. Truck. Obviously, it's again, scant details.
Maybe that is some way. You know what? Like, go, man, they left. They left. They left. Do you mind? Which way you going? Get a free ride.
Yeah. When the driver and Koalu arrived at Foster Beach, he took her there. She reportedly placed a large bag in a garbage can. Tenants who followed the tow truck discovered bloody rags inside the trash and called police. Back at the residence.
Time of the month.
Say again?
That time of the month.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody rags. Sorry.
She had a heavy flow. Police couldn't find any signs of blood or foul play. But when they learned about the other evidence, they conducted an additional search and discovered blood in Walker's room. They also found gruesome remains in a freezer.
Yeah, when they went back for a second search, they decided to open the freezer. The one that's big enough to hold a cut-up body.
So I guess she didn't get all the parts. She only had some of it for the tow truck.
Well, and how about these tenants again, man, with the Scooby-Doo action, following the tow truck and discovering bloody rags, hopping in the mystery machine, follow him to the beach.
It was Koalu all along. God damn it! I would have gotten away with it too, if it hadn't been you meddling tenants.
The tow truck, motherfucker.
Yeah. Koalu reportedly threatened the tow truck driver with a knife because he kept in contact with the tenants. What's this ongoing relationship here? She was quickly arrested and charged with aggravated assault. Once police located Walker's remains, Kwalu was charged with, the additional crimes. Kwalu argued at her sentencing hearing that she was innocent, saying, "I understand a jury found me legally liable for murder, but I did not commit this crime, with God as my witness. I never harmed Fran." Oh, she called her Fran. That's cute.
Yeah, that's not the landlord's name, though.
Walker's sister, Benita Walker, said Sandra asked the judge for mercy, but she did not give my sister any mercy. Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah, well, so true. She asked for, she was sentenced to how long?
I think she's got to do 50. Yeah, 50 years.
Okay.
And then an additional 2 for the dismemberment.
And then, 6 months aggravated assault. And,
yeah. And then, so it comes to 58 years. Okay.
Littering down at the beach with the rags.
Right. Harassing and misuse of a tow truck.
Misuse of a tow truck should be in there. That is weird.
That's really, yes, I don't know. That's even more weird than her headdress. But the mystery remains, what becomes of the dog?
Well,
I know you're concerned.
That's a good question. He looks like he's ready to jump out of her arms even there. Kind of
Please, God, let me go.
That's an attractive older woman, though, isn't it?
Well, in her day, I imagine she,
yeah.
She did the rounds.
Yeah, redhead. Got that red hair, holding on to it for dear life. Wearing some kind of that looks like fucking. What's that bitch's name? Nancy. Nancy and Sluggo. That's the.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, she's got the bottom teeth smile going on.
Yeah.
Little bitty glasses. She's a nice little old lady. Got all cut up by the fucking tenant. One of those fucking. But you can't speak bad of the tenants because they did kind of solve this case.
They were amateur detectives, and they did solve it because the police just looked around and blew it off, and then said, "Well, all right, we'll check the freezer." Lo and behold,
yeah,
where would you keep body parts?
Wouldn't you just be? I mean, super. I don't know what the word is. Humiliated if you were the cops to go back the second time. Well, you guys were right. We should have looked a little closer. We found a body. Come and look. We didn't see this dead body.
And I mean, they're bitching all the way. All right, we'll check it again. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a freezer in here. All right.
Yeah, hey, give me a popsicle, will you?
Oh.
Popsicle and hey, what's this? This looks like an arm. Hey, check it out. It looks like an arm.
I pulled that popsicle out of my hand. Damn. Whoops.
Wait, that's a hand you're licking.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
The worst cops in history. They can't even. Holding dead body parts going, yeah, how about these tenants? I don't think we missed something. Damn.
Yeah.
Chicago, pretty busy for murders and dismemberments and shit like that.
Apparently, yeah.
That's what happens when you got a big city,
Oh, yeah, not this
It's
guy.
crowded. You got to cut them up.
Meanwhile, back at school. Yes, another teacher sex scandal.
Jesus,
Madison Bergman. Teacher accused of making out with fifth grader faces additional sex charges. So this wasn't her first rodeo. So she got busted.
Good Lord. How old is this? She looks like a child.
I know. There might be something to this that she's the Arrested Development. She's 24, it says, but she was making out with an 11-year-old in her classroom. And now she's been slapped with more charges. Madison Bergen, 24, now faces 9 additional felonies, 1 count of using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime, 5 charges of sexual misconduct by school staff, 2 charges of child enticement causing mental or bodily harm, and a charge of exposing a child to harmful materials, according to the complaint. So
I would like to slap her with some charges. For
yes.
real.
She needs a spanking.
Look at those cheeks.
Yeah. It's kind of
Wow.
got the
This girl
chipmunk
float-
thing going.
She floated right out of my dreams.
I know.
Eyes are a little close. Any woman, the longer you look at her, the uglier she gets. So, you know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
that dry, and then you're like, that is a bunch of weird skin hanging off a fucking skull. I'm probably not young enough for her. Anyway,
No. I mean, if it would help, I would wear a baseball uniform or something. But
oh, short pants.
yeah.
One of those paddle balls or a cone with the little thing you try to catch the ball in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. What do they call that? I forget.
Is there a name for that? There must be.
There was. I just can't remember. Maybe it's just ball and stick.
I'd like to slap her with some ball and stick.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, she could do 180.
85 years. I mean, good Lord. I mean, because her
185.
initially, 11-year-old, that's like what's her name? The Laterno. That kid was 11. It's almost the same type deal.
Oh, my God.
And yet, I don't think she didn't get sentenced to that long.
No,
I
nowhere
guess-
near.
So apparently she was a serial predator, I guess.
Well, wait, I mean, are we hearing that? Are they saying that?
Well, let's see. According to the criminal complaint, Bergman's alleged abuse of the 11-year-old boy came to light when the student's mother overheard her son talking to the teacher on the phone. Suspicious. The parents checked the boy's phone, allegedly found salacious texts between the pair. The deranged text change
What's
included...
an 11-year-old doing with a fucking phone sending texts?
Exactly. It's
I
like-
hate to victim blame, but
parent blame is like,
Yeah,
you gotta
parent blame.
It's 2024. How many times has this gotta happen? You have to have control of that shit. When a kid's that damn young, he doesn't get his own computer and phone like that.
no.
Absolutely not.
You get an hour of supervised use, maybe, when you're 12 or some shit. This is ridiculous.
The deranged text change included messages from Bergman allegedly discussing multiple encounters inside the Hudson, Wisconsin classroom during lunch or after school. She allegedly told the child how much she enjoyed him touching her and making out.
Wow.
Some of the alleged assaults even happened in Bergman's classroom. God damn. Nobody noticed. I mean, those windows are pretty big, you know. This is the classroom.
Boy, that is what, they got like 8 kids in this class?
Yeah, looks like it. Maybe they were special kids.
Oh.
It might be even worse.
You'd think that would include that, right?
Yeah.
Teacher makes out with retard.
This is an article like a follow-up, you know, with
You
new
retard?
charges.
Do they make it to the 5th grade?
Well, a 5th grade. Some of the alleged... Okay, yeah. The boy's enraged father stormed the elementary school with printouts of the conversations. When police searched Bergman's classroom, they allegedly found a folder in her bag with the victim's name on it. The folder allegedly contained handwritten notes about how much they kissed.
Oh, my God. What a dumb bitch.
Those are one of the charges.
Here's a dossier all her fucking
Charged for being stupid. Bergman was supposed to get married in July, but the nuptials never happened at the time.
Imagine how cute the misspellings must be in there, you know, you're writing back.
Right.
Want to tuck
like-
you again.
That is just adorable. So here's her fiance, or ex-fiance.
Jesus. You don't think he's not gonna stick with her through the 185-year sentence?
No. The marriage is off. He felt blindsided. His competition was an 11-year-old.
Hell, I was in the 8th grade when we met.
I know. He kind of looks pretty young himself. They both look younger than they are. I don't. What's going on here?
It's a shame.
He's really hurt, not talking too much about it. Just like, this is fucked up. He's,
Groom's friend. I love the groom's friend. He's just like, this is fucked up. Said it was fucked up that she cheated with a little kid.
right. Yeah, I would say so.
Say the least.
Oh,
it's
shit.
fucked up what a fucking pedophile she is, really.
They're not.
Hey, my fiance is a pedophile. Is that if that's not a show yet, it will be.
Yeah.
Oops, my pedophile. I mean, my fiance is a pedophile.
Yeah, I know. Whoops. My fiance's a pedophile. To see if they had a list of the other charges. Text. Yeah. Oh, there's the mugshot. Not a.
Still adorable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. There's something here, but
most attractive.
But we're too old.
She's one of the hottest. Oh, wow.
Even if we were 24, we'd be too old.
Wouldn't be if we were judges, I bet.
Yeah, what can you do for me?
I hate to see a young woman like yourself go to prison for 185 years. We can knock 85 years of that right off.
So it seemed to insinuate that there were other victims.
Well, there's something about a cousin. Like, go back. I just saw cousins. I thought maybe it would be interesting. Let's see. One of the letters Bergman allegedly wrote, one of my cousins is in the 5th grade, and I can't imagine a man talking to her how we talk. I know we have a special relationship, and I do love you more than anyone in the world, but I have to be the adult here and stop.
Too late.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck is this shit?
I just never have been privy to somebody going this. I mean, even that Laterno kid, I thought he was 12, but 11 and 12, and he was also like an inner city kind of kid. Now, this seems more like a suburb kind of kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like that kid. When I say inner city, I just mean some kind of Hispanic. I don't know, or Filipino or some shit. He was brown, foreign.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what his name was, but it was something like that.
Man, I bet you the mom, especially. I mean, now the enraged dad went down there, but I bet you the mom, just ripped, just gutted.
She wants to kill this woman.
I hate to see that.
Yeah,
the kid's definitely punching outside his weight class. So.
Yeah, I know. See, this is like that. That's the peak of his life. He boned the teacher.
I hope that doesn't set a pattern or anything. Sicko. What a weird. So there she is with her fiance's like, why? Please don't use these pictures of me. We broke up.
I know. Why do I have to be in this? Well, look, we're gonna laugh at you. You know.
He was 3 months away from marrying
this. Yeah, July. We're gonna get married.
Yeah, she's cheating on him with a little kid.
So I guess
it was fucked up. We all thought it was pretty funny.
She began teaching at Rivercrest Elementary in doody-doody-doo, a milestone she celebrated with a photo of her classroom on Facebook. Can't wait for school to start, she ominously wrote.
Well, seems ominous now.
Oh, man, the anticipation.
1 count of first-degree sexual assault, $25,000 signature bond. We must have misunderstood that there was 185 years in this. If it's one,
well, this is an older article, and I'm trying to find out what's the other charges. If it's just charges they slapped on top of this because of the communication or something.
Five charges of sexual misconduct by school staff.
Right. Charges
of child enticement causing mental or bodily harm. And a charge of exposing a child to harmful materials. Okay.
Now, some of these they might be able to knock off, you know.
Oh, 9 additional felonies, it said.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
So there's like using a computer to communicate with a child. That in and of itself is a charge. It's also 5 of sexual misconduct by school staff. So I guess there's a special charge if you are in that position of a teacher, you know. And then, of course, the sex itself that apparently took place in this classroom.
So pretty. So young.
I know. What a waste.
Yeah, that fucking...
She's got a cute button nose, those lovely cheeks, and a nice little smile.
The 5th grader, man, was like looking at that boyfriend when he come around like, yeah. Oh, man, I'm sorry. You think the kid was white?
I don't know. Oh, that's an interesting twist. If it's going the Laterno way, I'd say no.
Yeah, I mean, if he's black, I mean, he might be at the 5th grade, but he could be 16. Kidding. It's not so bad.
Yeah, she almost kind of looks like Linda Blair. Maybe that's the problem.
No, I can see that. Yeah,
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah. Use your crucifix.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Yeah, well, we both know she won't do 185 years.
No, she
No one
won't.
will.
Hell, they might get married after she gets out. You know, he'll be of legal age by then.
Man, I mean, what do you do if you're the guy in that situation? It's just like, as soon as you make sure this is true,
Grow a beard,
just go
wear
away.
sunglasses. Poor bastard. I think the Letourneau guy, he quit his job and moved to Alaska.
They had 6 kids together.
Yes, he took all those.
Yeah.
She had all those kids, and still she just wanted one to fuck.
Left her husband and 6 kids for a 12-year-old.
For a 12-year-old boy.
Now, here's the problem. I mean, like, we kind of joke and say, like, yeah, it's kind of cool. You know, you get to fuck a lady, and who doesn't want to do that when they're 11 or 12? More than anything in the world.
I would have thought 15, you know, but
I was ready to go.
yeah, I mean, I was checking out my teachers. I didn't fully understand why.
I was ready for something to happen.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to do this, but I want to try it.
That's what makes it hot, maybe, to the teacher. I don't know, but
It's
like
something.
But like this Mary Kay Letourneau got her hooks in that kid, and they were. It was like basically the only romantic relationship he ever knew.
Right. It just sort of wasted his whole youth on this old crone.
Yeah, and you just get plucked, you know, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like it's hard to walk away from some shit like that. And then, you know, imagine the danger you open that kid up to if you got, like, you know, if there's maybe somebody who's not as understanding as Mr. Letourneau.
I know. The husband doesn't just leave for Alaska. Instead, you know, I want some goddamn revenge.
Kid, I get it. I got to kill something.
I got to get some respectability back.
Yeah, I'll kill a kid. That restores my sense of honor.
Manhood and honor. Hey, somebody fucks your wife, you get to kill him.
2 water pistols at 10 paces. Kids, man. A kid's got no defense against a horny woman at all.
No.
Hello. Plus, she's got the grade book.
That's right. You want to pass this class? Well, yeah. Well, then you know what you got to do.
You know, and they'll make the biggest deal out of Weinstein, you know, but this woman's name should be fucking famous.
Yeah.
But I can't even fucking remember it. Bergman? I'm looking at her.
Bergman. Oh, Madison Bergman.
Madison Berg. Sounds like a fucking law firm.
Here at Madison Bergman, we care about children.
We care for them. Bergman.
Oh, jeez. What a
Yeah.
crazy bitch.
And she's still fresh as a daisy.
I know.
24?
Yes, 24.
Boy, 5th is just, man, if the kid was 14, I'd be like, cut her some slack.
Right.
Making out. And they didn't fuck.
Yeah, no, they don't really specify that. So I guess they made out, and she probably sent him nudes or some shit like that.
I think it was some touching.
Yeah, touching and shit. That's probably it, which is why I'm thinking a lot of these charges, she's not going to get all of them and probably won't do jail time on all of them. But
If she gets
she's going to do some jail. I mean,
in the
prison.
in the teens, you know, maybe the high teens even of jail time. But no more. I would say no more
overall, and still with good behavior, she
no
can
more
be
than
let
20
out
years. No
Yeah.
more than 20.
Oh no, yeah, she won't do 20. So at 24, and she might be 34 getting out. You know,
I don't think she get out in time. That's a long, but still.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no actual penetration and stuff, I can't remember how long Letourneau was locked up, and they were actually going to let her off with probation. Of course, it varies from state to state, but she kept fucking the kid.
Well, yeah, they let her out, and they said, "Listen, there's one thing you can't do. Don't go fuck that kid."
Don't fuck that. First thing she did,
She made a beeline to fuck that kid.
She fucked that kid immediately.
Couldn't wait to fuck
Got
that
pregnant,
kid.
had
Yeah.
his kid.
And then he's like, "How does this happen to me?" He was out of jail 15 minutes. They found him in a car.
Yes.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
I love. There's a story there about Chris Watts that I just want to see the rest of the headline because it looks like it's pointing something. It's about something that I had pointed out. It's just a little bit further down, if you don't mind.
Further down.
Right there, just right there. Yeah, killer dad Chris Watts now blames control freak wife for affair that led him to murder her and her 2 young daughters. I totally. You know, her name was Shannon. Shannon. She insists. Shannon.
Shannon.
Her last name was Nah. Maiden name.
Oh, Shannon.
That was really her name, Shannon. And when I watched the fucking, documentary about this thing, and they were showing her interacting and some of the stuff she'd written, I was like, man, look, you should never kill your wife and kids, ever.
Well, yeah,
She's
definitely.
a fucking cunt.
Certainly not the kids. I mean, if she was being a total bitch and pushed him over the edge, that I could sort of understand as a possible mitigating circumstance, but
It's understandable.
But you don't kill the kids.
It's understandable, but you still shouldn't do it because you wind up looking,
Yeah. You're just going to have to figure out a way to get out of this and cool off.
Yeah. Yep.
But you're pretty stuck where you are. Like, what's his face in Letourneau?
God, I mean, I can't remember specifically how she was, but she just she was very cross in a way that I would not be able to deal with. It just was not going to fly for me. But I mean, murder, that's you're hurting yourself to get back.
Yeah, he's whatever argument he could have had about her. Like, say he had beaten the shit out of her and got busted on that. And then he could go, oh, yeah, but you don't understand what she does and all that, that kind of thing. And he could make a case. It's still, he's the man, he's going to be screwed. But after he did this, there's not going to be any sympathy for him, no matter how much of a freak psycho bitch she was,
Yeah. You want to just disappear, ideally, just one day you're gone.
This is one of those, you disappear, shave your head, get a new name, new identity, the whole thing.
Yeah, just go away, and then you're out.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of fish in the sea. It doesn't have to be this. 50s,
There's more of them than us.
Yeah, some of them are into 5th graders. Some of them hate sex offenders. I wonder if that sex offender bitch would like to kill her. Probably.
Yeah, right. He should have had an affair with sex offender bitch.
Where's crazy sex offender bitch when you need her?
What if they get the same cell? It's all over for you.
Damn, Wisconsin.
Yeah. So
she looks just like that too, like all milky and cheese fed.
She's a Milwaukee girl.
At her sentencing, she's like, "Go Packers."
Yeah. And
who's that? Who's that?
Well, guess who?
Oh,
yes, an old classic. And we'll round out the show with Susan Smith, who was sentenced to prison for killing her bibis over a rich boyfriend who said, "I don't want kids, so okay, I'll take care of that." So she drowned them. Made up a black man. Well, that had to be a civil rights story for a bit there, Pat. And then, of course, was caught and sentenced and all that. But, well, she's been busy because apparently there are men who have a fetish for jailed, murderous women.
Except now she keeps getting ghosted.
Yeah, they figure it out. So the women never do, but the men, this is bullshit.
I regret I have but 2 kids to kill for my potential suitors. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, she don't have any kids anymore.
You want me to kill any kids for you?
Oh, God. I'll sacrifice babies for you. So,
I'll drown them. I'll drown them in the fucking water.
oh, my God. If that's not love, I don't know what is.
That's what she did. She said, she just fucking rolled a car into the fucking
Yes.
cold ass water in a lake.
Yeah. Just
Bye, kids.
so long, kid.
And I'll just tell them some black guy did it.
That's what she did. And they had a sketch artist do the picture and everything.
Yeah.
He was like black and black.
His nostrils, his
Yeah,
big
he had a
hole,
big nose.
bigger, wider
Those
nostrils.
lips were huge.
He looked mean too. And
the picture looked like Al Jolson.
yeah. She didn't think she'd have to come up with any details.
Right. She figured that would work. But
well, I told you, black guy did it. What more you want me to say?
contrary to popular beliefs of systemic racism, the police never really believed the story.
They just looked at her and blinked.
Yeah. So, Susan Smith has a revolving door of jailhouse suitors, and many of them abruptly stop talking to her, leaving the convicted murderer bewildered as to why she's being ghosted. Oh, gee, that's terrible. How sad. So it goes into why she's there. We all know. One of the men says the final straw was seeing how many other men Smith was romantically speaking with.
How the fuck would he see something like that?
I don't know.
I was writing to convicted child murderer Susan Smith for a while, New York Post. But then I seen she was talking to a bunch of other dudes. I'm like, fuck. One thing to kill kids, but you're a cheater.
Did he go visit her and they're all waiting in the visiting room, and they realize they're all there to see the same one?
I don't imagine the conjugal visits come up that often for,
I don't know.
Like she's probably trying to get out of fucking these guys.
She knew I was falling in love with her, but she was talking to all these other guys.
Talking.
A 50-something divorced dad who had romantic chats with Smith for more than 18 months.
What a fucking loser.
Oh, yeah. I needed a clean break, so I just stopped talking to her. I figured she'd figure it out. Smith.
Fuck her. She's in prison. One thing about breaking up with them, it's easy.
She can't track you down. She can't do shit.
It'll show up on a podcast a year later.
Yeah. No
Pretty
chance of
much
that. See, Smith, 52, tried sending the man at least 2 messages after the ghosting. I haven't heard from you, she said a month after his last message. Are you okay? I'm not sure what happened. Well, other men happened. When the man didn't respond, Smith stopped communicating with him because she doesn't really give a shit. She moved on to one of the other idiots.
Yeah. Her other paramours in her stable is
her stable of paramours.
Boy, that's putting it kindly. You mean that long list of losers who want to talk to Susan fucking Smith? I mean, just it would be interesting just for the fucking morbid aspect of it. But I bet you she's still just as dumb as ever.
Well,
I don't think prison's known for making you smarter, per se.
And she's dumb as ever, but she's also completely psychotic. I mean, I do recall, like, the father said she made a pass at him after she was taken off to prison.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's like, hey, look, maybe we can get back together after I get out. And he was stunned.
He stuck by her through that dumb shit. Just going
believing
like,
her
I'm buying
bullshit.
her story as long as you guys do. I mean,
Yeah.
She is my wife, mother of my kids, but
I think they were divorced at the time.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, or at least separated, because she was, it wasn't like a big secret that she was dating the other guy, but it's just the other guy said, "Yeah, I don't want kids. I'm just here to fuck."
Like, yeah, I just can't see, the ready-made family thing, and
Right. And some
like,
other guy's puppies. No, thank you.
I'll just hang out one step at a time. But that might not be for me,
So she
Well,
she took that to mean,
good
oh,
news.
yeah, that guy. But holy shit! Look,
would've been-
I just wanted some poon.
Well, she definitely wanted some dick.
She did, but she wanted some dick with a thick wallet, and this guy had it, and well, it wasn't going to work out. So she didn't put up.
In a boarding school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he was like, he was, even if she didn't have the kids, he wasn't going to marry her. He was just fucking. No. She's a stupid bitch.
Blame it on the kids,
Yeah.
Which is a really gentle way of saying you're coos to me,
Right. Yeah, that was his out. Yeah, so not diminish her anymore.
Maybe he's like, I don't got any problem with marrying a woman with kids already, but it's your kids I hate. Ugly and stupid.
Wish they were never born. Whoops.
They're not even cute. Now, if something was to happen to them, there might be a future for us.
Oh, my God. Well, then he would have to be an accessory at that point. Yeah.
I don't think so. As long as he threw a God forbid in there.
Yeah, you're good. She didn't put up much of a fight, the man dryly told the Post. She just moved on. Oh,
man, this is about this guy's broken heart.
Yeah, he's heartbroken over this.
He says, I truly thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
Nope. There were a lot of others.
Do you know? You don't know this woman at all. Smith has carried on romantic relationships from behind bars with at least a dozen men in the past 3 years, and many of her lovesick suitors had no idea that the others even existed.
Well, in her defense, who gives a shit?
Well, yeah.
And why would you point it out? You guys don't need to be falling in love here.
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen?
Must be slim pickings for women down there and stuff.
I truly thought I was the only one. But nope, there were a lot of others.
Especially how she looks now. Because then, she's like, man, that's just the kind of stupid bitch that would fall for anything. Look at her now.
Yeah.
Look,
well, I've seen worse.
She's got that look that I can't stand.
Yeah.
I don't even know. The little short, I guess, kind of a shoulder length bob. Yeah. And I guess she doesn't have any choice about that ugly fucking aqua top.
Oh, no, that's prison standard. Yeah.
But her hair's all dark now.
Yeah.
And graying, mousy. And, she looks like it looks like she's wearing scrubs and she's a nurse.
Yeah. She'd probably rather that than where she is.
You don't want to fuck around with nurses, man.
Oh.
It's some ER nurse,
I almost did.
Pulled light bulbs out of people's asses. Did you really?
Yeah, well, that was I studied phlebotomy, and the idea was, well, I could probably date some nurses, shit like that. But I couldn't get the damn phlebotomy job, so I couldn't get to the nurses.
Damn it.
Yeah, I laugh now, but boy, I was enraged.
Posing in
because the main thing was, the nurse pussy.
Yeah, you must have been fucking really irritated. I became a
oh boy, was I? Now. God damn it!
Listen, if you know what's good for you and all the women of this town,
you'll give me that job.
Wow.
Smith has been incarcerated at Leith Correctional Institute, whatever. She's up for parole later this year. Oh boy, maybe
is she really?
That's what it says.
Well, that changes everything.
I know. So the boyfriends were lining up, I suppose.
Yeah, she'll be out soon, and boy, will she be craving D.
Yeah.
There's like 19 guys out there with bouquets and shit. This is insane.
Okay, they just.
I was carjacked by a black man. She sounded so stupid.
Well, yeah.
And she was like fucking, she was like crying, but there were no tears. You know, she's
Yeah, oh yeah, it was so fake. Yeah, she was going. I can't stand it. Please give me back my kids.
Have you seen Devin? Is Devin around? Does he see this?
It was so bad.
Does he see that my kids are dead? Okay. Or whoever it was.
Yeah, she was just a complete, total sociopath and monster. So anyway, she's asking her suitors to help her build a life outside prison. So he says, she'll find someone to bankroll her, but it won't be me, said the former suitor. There's a sucker born every minute, like you, who is now texting with some other woman in prison. I'm sure.
Undoubtedly.
Just not one as famous as his beloved Susan.
Oh, Susan.
Oh, Sue, why can't you be true? Oh, well, there we go. Another edition of Bitch, You Are Crazy.
That chick was Food Town crazy, man. All of them.
Every last one of them. Good Lord. Thanks again, Pat. I'll come up with another round of those stories at a later date.
My pleasure, Doug. Thanks.
All right. Good night.
In the waves and the breaks, Doug Nailsin sees the world and outer space. Past the horizon where the unknown dwells. Mr. Nailsin laughs to the ringing bell. Catch the eye with Mr. Nailsin show. Surf the street wherever the wild winds blow. Doug Nailsin taking far and wide. Buckle up, it's a freaky ride.
The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @Mr. Nailsin on Twitter, where they'll be promptly ignored and or blocked.
Seeking answers in the ways and out of tracks. Doug Nailsin, master of the cosmic dance. Deep blue ocean tales untold. Mr. Nailsin lives the legends bold. Dive into the open depths tonight. Doug Nailsin cracks the secrets light.
Yeah. People that want to fuck a gay. It's all those like closet straight guys that just want to rape a guy, you know?
What?
Maggot.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? What kind of
I'm
weird...
joking. I'm joking.
Oh,